Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is February 14th, 2019, and it is about 7:15 in the morning. Happy Valentine's Day. I was watching a program about the cosmetic industry and how it affects the Black community at large. It's a growing industry, and there's also a growing amount of cancers that are happening in the Black community. And again, I have a friend who passed away about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks ago, of cancer and other complications she had with the cancer. She wasn't a Black woman, but she was a woman of color. She was a Hawaiian woman. But we look very similar, me and her actually. The interview, or I should say the conversation on this program that I was just listening to, when he said that, the community is using so much makeup, and a lot of the makeup has carcinogens in it. Carcinogens are those substances that can cause cancers. We're becoming toxic as a nation, not just the Black community, but the nation as a whole. But the Black community is very toxic, and we're becoming more and more heavier. And the toxins are stored in the fat. But either way, let me get back on track with the makeup, the cosmetic industry. That these chemicals get in our system. And when this person on this program said that the Black community has to get back to, we have to get back to our community, what we used to do, something like that. Something about getting back to your roots. And then I said to myself, well, what was our community in the past? We come from many communities because we come from many parts of Africa, all over the West Coast and the interior primarily. Those Blacks who are in the Americas. I include all Blacks, mixed race, and pure-blooded African types. All of us, especially those from the African diaspora that occurred from the 1500s and 1800s, especially that demographics. But it also affects those who are post-1800s. That we come from all different communities, and so this is part of the problem. We don't know where we come from. We are at a loss. We don't really know who we are. We don't know our histories. And many of us are adopting false narratives about how we got here. We call ourselves from different ethnic groups, and we don't come from that primarily. You can just figure out who I'm really talking about. I mean, what group that we're believing that we are part of. It's just a sickness to the problem of lack of identity, and most of all, lack of self-love. And this confusion about our identity and to not have self-love, we do things upon our bodies. Primarily, the women are targeted to look a certain way. Women in general, regardless of race. Men to a less extent. But primarily the women are targeted to that they have to change, that they have to look a certain way. They have all these hair products, skincare products, makeup, eyelashes, the lipstick, the nail polish, the body lotion. These are all avenues of ways how toxins can get in your body. Perfumes, colognes are also culprits. The industry is growing, and more of us are dying. We're even doing things that are so much more invasive now. Liposuction, butt implants, tummy tucks, all to look a certain way. And now with social media and these music videos that are just teaching women that you're just an object for men's appetites, sexual appetites. We're not our own anymore. We're about pleasing somebody else so that they can love us. So you can have someone on your arm that can walk with you arm in arm and make people think that you're happy because you have this new bow on your arm. And they're not telling everybody that, hey, your special bow is also with 10 other ladies or even men. We don't love ourselves. And the things that we do to really please others. We have a community that's in limbo, that's lost. And everybody else that comes here to the United States of America, where I live, are tapping into that weakness of ours, to tap into that, our assets, our pockets, and peddle poison. The poison of the hair weave industry. There's special glues that they use to adhere the hair piece to the naked scalp. It's carcinogenic, usually. You're having these women now that are getting cancer on the scalp. The things you put on your eyes, real thick and heavy. You have people in our past. They mentioned the name Madam J. Walker. And the name was actually Sarah something Foot. And so we even give ourselves these titles, these names, these new names to market ourselves. And some of us even call ourselves doctors, and we're not even doctors. See that? We don't like ourselves. And we give these false names. I mean, one thing, if you earn the name, you legally acquire the name. We're not even doing that much for ourselves to legally call yourself a doctor, because we want to feel that we're bigger than we are. Well, this Valentine's Day is about awareness, social awareness about self-love, and to love your neighbor, love the planet that you're living on. Let's embrace ourselves, our bodies. And rather than using liposuction, butt implants, breast implants, let's eat healthy. Rather than using all that money, hard-earned money, on these implants, let us change our diet. Let's try to go organic, or at least eat whole foods, fresh foods. And you're going to see it's going to change your body to a beautiful, beautiful body, beautiful skin. Slowly but surely, you'll see that the cancer rates within our community will go down. Take control of your community. That we have all these people who are tapping onto our dollars, who are peddling these poisons. And you notice in our community, it's the largest business is the beauty business. There's several beauty supply stores on one block. They're tapping into your need, and they're not even from your community. They live somewhere else. They live in a very nice neighborhood. Go investigate who owns your beauty supply store. Go into the licensing department, find out who legally owns that business, and try to track down discreetly where they reside and see what type of neighborhood they live in. They don't live in they don't live in the type of neighborhood where you live. They live in an upscale neighborhood, and they have upscale food. They have variety. See, you are denying yourself these special luxuries of wellness because of your insecurities. And you're dying at higher numbers. And these people that own these beauty supply stores, actually, statistic-wise, they are the healthiest. They are living the longest in the United States of America. And you know what else? They are the richest in the United States of America. So they have all those things over you. And you're the sickest, die the earliest, and the most obese. All because of not having self-love and loving your body. Respect. You need to respect your body. And to do business with people that respect you. Do they have good quality vegetables? Good quality products? Or furniture? There's furniture stores. And a lot of it, you can smell the toxins that are in it. These are being peddled to you. We need to wake up and say enough is enough. And it just takes even one person to start. Say, I'm not going to use these products because it doesn't benefit my well-being. It harms our genetics. It harms my children. It harms my community. Take a step back And, you could do it step by step. You could start by maybe drinking fresh filtered water. There are water filters that you can buy. We need to drink more water to flush out some of those toxins. Let's go to stores that offer organic foods or at least unprocessed food or minimally processed food. Let's eat live food. See, if you eat live food, only life can impart life. And if the food that you eat does not have life in it, then you're not eating live food. And it's not imparting life into you. So let's start doing that. And for a beauty regimen, use natural products. You don't have to put makeup on. You can put a nice oil on your skin, a nice organic oil on your skin, on your hands, feet, knees, elbows. And you'll see how good you start to feel. And you notice what else? I'm looking at some of my jewelry. You know what else could be problematic? The cheap jewelry. We buy these funky jewelry that looks real problematic. And those things are going in our ears. The earrings or the bracelets. And they may have these weird paints and enamels that get in our skin too. Start becoming aware of the jewelry you wear. Buy real jewelry, real metals, real copper, real silver, real gold. And you know what else? The fabric. See, they're going to be implementing this smart fabric. They're going to be putting these implants embedded into the fabric itself that you're going to be wearing. This is going to be problematic for you too. Buy fabrics that are natural fibers, 100% cottons or linens or wools. Stay away if you can these artificial fabrics and certain colors. I was told that the black ink or black dyes that they use to color the fabric is problematic and could be very harmful. I was just told of this maybe 2 weeks ago. So I would be slowly removing at least my undergarments. I want to, at least if I'm going to have these black fabrics, this ink, I wish I could remember the name. I never even heard of the name. It's some long name, poly something. It's really weird. But it's a chemical that they use to make black dyes for clothing. And so if you're going to wear black, underneath, wear something that does not have those dyes in it, a natural color, natural unbleached fabrics against your skin. And then you wear your other black clothing on the outside of it. Also, the hair dyes, black hair dye. And I learned this in beauty school when I attended years ago, that it's the black hair dyes, the jet black, the very, very black hair dyes is problematic, and it can cause problem with your blood pressure. I remember I was working on another student. In beauty school, the students work on each other. And my teacher was mentioning about, because the student was saying something about that she had high blood pressure. She was an older woman. And the teacher said whispered to me, you have to be careful, find out about her, something about her health status, and that it's not advised to use the black hair dye if she has this condition on her. Now, how many black people have high blood pressure or are on meds for hypertension? And how so many of us don't want our natural hair color to show because we're taught, women are taught to be ashamed to getting older and to cover our graying hair. Well, this black hair dye could be affecting your loved one's health. Don't use those products. Don't use that on your hair. Those chemicals are entering into your blood system through the hair and the scalp. Avoid it at all times. I think if you adhere to some of these advices I gave in love, that you will have a happier health outcome and a happier Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is about love. That's what's promoted. It's about love. So let's really be love and do loving things upon our bodies, upon our loved ones. Okay? So enjoy this 2019 Valentine's Day. Peace and love to you all. This is Spirit Journey signing off. Bye-bye.